The second half, we talked about just giving a little bit more effort in the first half at halftime, and our guys came out and just turned it on. Got down 34-9 at one point, and just kind of an ejection for a taunting or a flopping penalty puts Jam Williams in the game. Makes a huge interception. They tried to pick on him because he's a new guy. Guess they get the memo. He was first team All SEC as a defensive back, but made a big play for us, changed the momentum of the game, and our guys just kept with it and ran.
Okay, talk about this week a little bit in your opponent and what do they do good on film and what you need to do to stop them.
Well, Ramon Atkins has changed his team completely. I mean, he's a great quarterback. Came in, they made some additions offensive line-wise. They've been in every single game. Kind of reminds us like last year, not being able to finish games. They're potently offense. They're potent. Defensively, they're big. So we got to be able to sit in holes and move the line of scrimmage, and we're looking forward to doing that.
So Coach Beck has his guys, I think, ready to go. I talked to him before the game. They said a great week of practice, Nick. And, if we've learned anything, you played a lot of football. You can't tell exactly what the game is going to turn out like based on the week of practice. But I guess we tell ourselves if the practice week was great, then we're going to play well in the game. How does that usually shake out?
Well, you're absolutely right. You practice hard during practice so the games are easy. And if you can have a consistent culture like that, like Coach Beck is trying to build here, you're going to 9 times out of 10 be more successful come game time.
Opportunistic. That's the kind of thing you need if you're going to win football games in the IFL. We're about ready for the coin toss, and I just want to mention that, Jameis Williams, Coach talked about him, he's a running back. He's an offensive player, but he knows how to play some defense. And he came up big with 2 interceptions coming off the bench to have to play defense last week when Breon Murray was ejected from the game. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Let's get to the coin toss in this one here tonight. And the coin toss is presented by our game day presenting sponsors. That is Avenue 5.
And the teams is tails.
And it's
Kim will be doing the toss. Northern Arizona.
Kim Pacheco handling that on the field.
Heads is the call. Kim, whenever you're ready. Heads is the call. It is a tail. Tucson, you've won the toss and have elected to defer. You're going to receive. Which way would you like to kick? Kick that way. Tucson has won the toss and has deferred their selection until the second half. Northern Arizona will receive at this end of the field.
So it will be the Wranglers offense on the field first. An offense that is playing their best football of the season probably right now. Coach James, before the game, talking about it's been a great second half for his team. Maybe the record doesn't show it all, and it took a long time for them to implement what they want. Coach James came in, almost an entirely new roster. I think only 4 returners from last year, Nick, and he had nobody that he ever coached with in the past. His whole coaching staff was brand new. You put that all together, and it kind of seemed to all happen at the last moment, and it's going to be tough to get your feet underneath you. But at this point, it feels like they probably implemented about 75% of what he wants done. All these new guys finally coming together, and he expects his guys to play well tonight.
Well, to your point, as a new coach, the main thing, obviously the record doesn't show, but they're not quitting. They're playing hard for Coach James, even with the 1-10 record. So I continue to see that on film, and I'm excited to see what they could do tonight.
On the other hand, these fans assembled here at the Boneyard, the Tucson Sugar Skulls fans expect domination. They really do. A 4-6 record versus 1-10. They feel like our team should be a lot better than the guys on the other side of the field. Common matchups, you talk about how they both performed against San Diego. That suggests that it should be closer, but I think the hometown fans are expecting Tucson to control this one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're ready for it. They come out here and they play. They watch the team and they play excellent form. We just got to finish it at the end at home.
Well, it's going to be a fun one tonight, and we welcome you and everybody. Again, I want to mention that my name is Floyd Simmons, and I get to fill in on this one tonight. My privilege to sit in for Pat Paris. Pat is away on family business, and I hope having a great time. And that gives me the opportunity to be here. It seems like I get to do this like once every year. I get to be here in Tucson, Nick, and the atmosphere is so awesome here. It's so intimate and fun, and the fans, I mean, it's a great collection here. So they got a lot of characters, and we're going to have a fun time tonight. Here comes the opening kick. This one will go deep, and that's going to be sent well over the wall for a touchback, and we'll get this thing going here with the Wranglers offense on the field first tonight.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they can handle adversity, right? That's been kind of their whole thing all year, being able to handle adversity and coming out. Being able to get to the ball to their playmakers quickly is another thing that I think is going to be very important. And then on both sides of the ball, defensively right now as they come out, having success in the red zone, being able to stop them and make them kick a field goal.
Starting quarterback is Caleb Lowe, and Caleb will set his offense, and the Wranglers will go to work first here tonight at the Boneyard. And on first down, the give over the right side goes to Nolan Sussel.
Yeah, it was a great job by number 0 Tatum. He got his first opportunity to play against the Rattlers. He had a lot of tackles. He was involved in a lot of playmaking. So I'm excited to see right away, first play, he's coming downhill making that tackle.
And the first carry for Sussel goes well for -2. That's a hit in the backfield to bring up second down and 12. And Lowe will.
Right away, they're going to be playing man.
Lowe's going to send his guys downfield, swing it out left side, and that's incomplete off the hands of his running back, Nolan Sussel. And that'll be a third down and 12, an early opportunity for the Tucson defense.
Yeah, this is what you want as a defensive coordinator. So now you can come with the zone blitzes, you can bring pressure, or you can drop all your defenders and make them quarterback hold on to the ball and get your D linemen involved in the game.
I've got my eyes on number 44, Jamon Brooks. He made some terrific plays in that triple overtime victory over Arizona last week.
Yeah, he's a stud. I've watched him now for 2 years, and he's just Mr. Steady Eddie.
And he lines up at nose tackle. Here comes the snap. Lowe looking right over the middle, and he's got the crossing route for a first down. Big conversion on the first third down opportunity of the game, and the guy hauling it in was Deshaun Stoudemire, driven into the boards in Tucson territory for a Wranglers first down.
Yeah, right away, coach is giving them some friendly. I had the opportunity to be coached by Coach Sia Burley, and he's a very smart person when it comes to the offensive side. He knows exactly what the quarterback needs, and as you can see right there, a friendly play call for him to get the first down.
So that conversion takes the ball to the Tucson 18-yard line. Sugar Skull's defense will line it up. And the Wranglers put two guys from the right in motion. They'll give it to Sussel, and he is going to get wrapped up right off the bat. Brooks is one of those guys in. It looks like maybe stepping up from the linebacker spot to make that tackle as well. Get in on that. Deshaun Mallory, who is one of the other linemen. They wrap him up, bring him down.
Yeah, they got a couple new guys in today, looking like they're already playing well.
The quarterback is Caleb Lowe. And Caleb will go right to work. Here comes the pressure up the middle, and it's intercepted. The Sugar Skulls have this takeaway, and they'll have the ball right near midfield. And that was read beautifully by
Baron Murray.
Yeah.
Did a great job of driving. The receivers got to do a better job of coming back to the ball. But,
thank you for that catch on that, Nick. Breon Murray is the guy defensively who was able to, he stepped right in. There was some pretty good pressure that flushed the quarterback. See him have to move to his right. And Murray was all over that thing, and he takes it away.
Yeah, and that was a guy last week that got kicked out of the game, and I'm sure he's excited to get back in there and make a play right away on the first series.
So how good is Murray when he gets ejected from the game and the guy that replaces him gets 2 interceptions, including an interception on the very first play after the ejection? We'll talk more about that. That was Jameis Williams. Here's a toss and a catch at the 19-yard line, gain of 6 on the play, and hauling that first pass in from George Reyna is Breon No, not Breon Murray. Pardon me on that. You're going to have to help me out.
Dixon
it was
right
Drew
there.
Dixon, wasn't it?
A local kid out of U of A. He's been steady and doing great all season. I like the play call, right? Get the ball out of your hand, quarterback's hand. Get him in a rhythm, right? Stay in front of the chains.
Well, Reyna played great in that victory over the Rattlers last week. He had one of the best games I've seen him play in this league, and one of the best games I've seen a quarterback have is you get another Dixon catch, this time for about 6 or 7 yards. It'll be first down at the Wranglers' 13-yard line. But, Reyna played so well, played great, and I like the idea of getting these quick throws out of his hands here tonight because he took a beating as well last week. He's still got to be recovering from all the contact.
Yes, he's a very tough quarterback, but any quarterback, I don't care who you are, if you're getting hit constantly, that's when your clock starts speeding up and you start making bad decisions. So he's doing a good job tonight.
And he gives it to Dixon. And already 3 plays in offensively, Drew Dixon has gotten the ball every single time. This is a very short gain from scrimmage to bring up second down and 9 to go.
Yeah, he's very impressive all year, and I'm excited to see him grow as a receiver in this indoor game.
Well, he's had a busy start. Tucson will line him up. Everybody is flanked to the right of the quarterback, and then finally motion will send Harrington to the far side of the field, and he'll run a stop route near the boards, haul that pass in, come up a little bit shy. Third down and short coming up for the Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, they definitely are seeing something on film because they keep attacking that single receiver side to the boundary. So they're doing a really good job of taking what the defense gives you.
So the pass caught by Larry Tripp Harrington. He lines up to go in motion. There's a big shift right there. That was interesting. I hadn't seen that before. And here comes Reyna. He's running all the way, and he tries to slice between those defenders. He ran like he was the running back out there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Several guys converged defensively, and Karan Bolden is kind of the guy that gets the credit for the tackle.
Yeah, good vertical push and penetration by the nose guard, Newton. As you can take a look right here. See, he's eating up 2 guys, which will open up the guy that made the tackle, Johnson. So now here we go, 4th and 4, right? One thing I always remember that Coach would tell me is use your cadence on these situations. Try to get him to jump.
They're going to go ahead and run the play. Here's a toss right side. That is caught inside the 5-yard line. The stretch, the lean forward, and Devontae Saplinch is going to go down at the 2-yard line. But that is enough for Sugar Skulls' first down.
Yeah, just a good job by Reyna going through his progression. Don't forget about your back. So many times these quarterbacks want to take a shot so deep that they're in the outdoor game. Understand the game, right? You get 3 or 4 checkdowns, and now you're in the red zone, and it's looking nice for your offensive play caller.
So on the opening possession of the game, Tucson has it. They have burned off almost half the quarter.
Yeah, it's a very impressive drive to start the game for the offense.
In fact, we did just go past the halfway mark in the first quarter. Ball control, time, and clock management handed off to Devontae Saplinch, and he is going to go down inside the 1-yard line. I mean, very near the goal line. I don't know. Is that 6 inches away? Is it 8 inches away? I don't know. Something in that neighborhood, and very near pay dirt. And Tucson will set it up right there, second down and go.
Yeah, he's very good making the first guy miss. He's extremely low to the ground, right? So he can also carry the load, and they're probably going to give him another chance to get in the end zone right here.
Reyna has Devontae Saplinch in the backfield with him. He will peel out a receiver, go in motion on that side, and it's Reyna getting his number. And he got spun around, and they're going to say he actually lost a foot or two.
Are you copying it? Can you print it? Maybe, did they allow that? How close are you to having the notes? Well, basically. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can probably print them, but I don't know officially. I mean, yes, I would say yes. But I don't know what your teacher will say. I mean, use your judgment. I'd say if you think so, then yes. So I dropped your medicine there.
Oh, what? That hurt? Yes. No, that's not. I only need to see the song. You can get it there now. No, yeah. This can't be all in one night. Did you just never do your homework? Yeah. Half of it, let's just bring it. See? 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 So there's 12 cream on it and it's a lot of gotcha there. What? What? Yeah. For the first time, you've never been by Mars. No, you haven't. I'm gonna take this because I got it repeated. Was it good? Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put it on his face. What? In a minute. Yeah, Ben. Ben, mom said that he went. Yeah, she went straight. She's like, college put in like an hour video game. What you do your homework. And his mom got her and so he was the second. That looks a little. Pocket or maybe just cut it so it's not long. Thank you. Good. Yeah. I've been doing homework all day. I don't have that much homework.
Are you sure? I've been doing homework all day. Since 3:15. Something like 9 hours.
30 minutes. So take a 10-minute break, go get some ice cream, go get your dad, and then from 9 to 9:30, finish up what you can, and then show up tomorrow. Be rest. That's all you can do. Are you okay filming the show? The other thing is, you have a photo. I mean, I feel like take the notes you have, take a 10-minute break, and then come back and read your own thing. Things don't happen. And then read it. Like, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to. So you don't You know, taking care of your skin is like brushing your teeth and like deodorant, okay? So like, I feel like it's part of hygiene. So it's kind of like you were like, I'm like, brush your teeth, and you're like, don't dirty. It's kind of like taking care of your skin and your teeth, deodorant, and your cologne, washing your bottom, like it's all part of like being human.
Thinking that would be funny. I can imagine it in my head. Sean, what's the world? Who are you? The name's Safety. The name's Safety, yeah.
Yeah.
Snake race and Rocky Bobby.